Hi, everyone. This is Bob Miglani. I am here with David Newman. David, hi.
Hey, Bob, great to be here with you.
Good to speak with you. So you are going to be speaking at the Barrett Kohler Marketing Workshop, April 21st and 22nd in Princeton, New Jersey. We're delighted to have you. Thank you for joining us for that. So David, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, if you don't mind.
Sure, absolutely. So I run a company called Do It Marketing, and we are a mentoring and done-for-you services company who specifically work with thought-leading experts.
Mhm.
So obviously, authors are in that group, but professional speakers, consultants, coaches, trainers, workshop leaders, online course creators, and we help them at the intersection really of marketing, sales, and revenue growth.
Mm,
So some need marketing help, some need to fill the pipeline, some are looking to monetize their intellectual property through things like books,
yes.
courses, workshops, CEO roundtables, both online and offline sources of revenue. And they're just looking to expand their reach and revenue and really market their smarts and do a better job of marketing their smarts.
Okay, so it's really about marketing strategy, I suppose, than execution of such in terms of online book promotion or something like that, right?
Well, it's both. Obviously, with a company name like Do It Marketing, if we weren't all about action and implementation and how to tactically do these things, the name might be a little bit misleading. So, it's funny, Bob, I think, and one of the things that we'll share, obviously, with our fabulous author community, uh, the highest compliment that I have gotten about the way that we teach and the way that we work with our clients is, a lot of people talk strategy.
Yes,
And then I'm left thinking, now what?
right,
And the client said, David, your programs are 100% now what?
right.
So, out of context, that sounds like a weird testimonial,
Yes,
but
yes,
it's not only the high level strategy,
right,
it's okay, what do I do with this?
right,
How do I implement this? Where
right,
do I start? What's step one? What's step two? What's step three? What does it look like when it's finished and when it's fully baked and working to bring me more readers, more reviews, more
yes,
acclaim, more
yes,
PR, all
yes,
of those kinds of things.
yes.
So, what we'll spend a lot of time talking about in Princeton
Mhm,
is what can you do
mhm,
before and during and after your book comes out, including many years after your book might have come out,
yes,
to get more readers, more reviews, more recognition,
mhm,
and just more love for
yes,
the book that you have put your heart into and that you've put your life's work into in some cases. And how can that get the reviews and the recognition and the reputation that it really deserves?
I think what's really powerful about what you're saying is the practicality of this. I mean, we've often gone to these sessions, these workshops, not just at Barracola, but everywhere. And we come back with a list of 15, 20, maybe 100 things to do, and nothing ever gets done. Nothing ever gets done. And so this is a big challenge. And so how are you looking at this? And how do you help your clients and the people that are going to be in that workshop think differently or to do differently, if you will, so they can get known, to get influence, and to generate that revenue?
Absolutely. Well, I think one insight that I have come to in my own business, and then obviously the hundreds of authors and experts that we've worked with, is there's two kinds of authors.
Yes.
There's the kind of author that says, okay, I'm writing a book.
Mhm.
This book is going to be a vehicle for
Mhm.
my thought leadership for the next 2 to 5 years.
Yes.
And that's okay, but that's not going to get you where you need to go. Understanding that the book is your business
Mhm.
and your business
Mhm.
is the book, that it is one and the same. And one of the quotes and one of the things I'll talk about in my presentation is based on my friend Sally Hogshead, who says, when you're writing a book,
Mhm.
it's like launching an aircraft carrier. Everything else goes with it.
Right. Right.
The submarines, the warships, the
Right.
battleships, the
Yeah.
cruisers, the troop carriers.
Right.
When that huge aircraft carrier says,
Yes.
we're going northwest,
Yes.
all those other ships in that carrier battle group, they just say, okay, we're going northwest.
Yes. Yes.
So how is the book supporting the business? How is the business supporting the book?
Yeah.
I remember when my first book came out, my first traditionally published book, Do It Marketing, came out in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
We were driving somewhere and I was in the car with my wife. I was thinking about all these book marketing tasks and all these sort of should do, have to do, best practices, these kind of things.
Yes.
And as I was thinking about each one of these strategies and each one of these tactics, I turned to her and I said, I just may have had the most blinding flash
Yes.
of the obvious
Yes.
that I've ever had in my life. I said, all of these things that I'm planning to do to market the book are things that I should have been doing and should be doing every single day to market myself.
Yes.
So marketing the book is marketing you is marketing the book. And one of the things we'll talk about, Bob, is how to have that fully integrated marketing system so that if you are, let's say you're doing some professional speaking, you've got a consulting firm, you've got a coaching practice, you've got training workshops, it shouldn't feel like you're pushing 7 boulders uphill.
Right.
Now the book is your 8th boulder and oh my gosh, how am I going to market this book and how am I going to get this book to the audience? Everything works together.
Right. Some people look at this, and I've looked at this myself, and well, the book sales are this, but my speaking sales are this, and my workshop, and then, well, I've got to do this, and it's overwhelming. And I think that's a brilliant piece of insight, David, is to really look at this as a holistic, and I think if you can give the audience a little bit of what maybe success would look like, what an outcome would look like having heard you speak and to be part of our session in Princeton. Talk us a little bit about success, what that success looks like.
Sure, absolutely. Well, obviously there's external definitions of success. So selling X hundreds of books on pre-order or thousands, depending on your audience, having a big book launch where you sell hundreds or thousands, you hit some of the bestseller lists, not just the Amazon bestseller list, but maybe USA Today, Wall Street Journal, New York Times. I think those external markers of success are important, but they're nowhere near as important as your internal markers of success.
Absolutely.
So having a book strategy, including what would you like this book to do for your business, for your readers, right? What's the change? What's the transformation that you want to make in the marketplace, in your niche, in your topic? I'm a big believer that in some respects, Bob, a book is really a manifesto. And a manifesto is simply, if everyone listened to what you had to say, how would the world be better? How would the world be different, right? How can you be the very best possible messenger of that message of the change that you want to have an impact on the world around? Is it about the way that we lead? Is it about the way that we innovate? Is it about the way that we sell? Is it about the way that we treat our team? Is it about the way that we grow our organizations? Is it about the way that we hire and fire people? Is it about the way that we grow coffee beans in Africa? Whatever it is, how would the world look different if everyone listened to you? And once you have that dialed in, from there, I think you can have a set of financial goals for your book, a set of sales goals for your book, a set of, how else will this book support my business? How else can my business support my book? So very, very simple things like what's happening on your website, what's happening in your email signature file, how many podcasts are you on? If you host the podcast, how can you be promoting the book on your podcast without constantly sounding like a boring commercial about buy my book, buy my book, buy my book? But thinking of it as an integrated marketing strategy and looking at every possible piece of real estate that you control or that you can control, looking at partnerships. And one of the things we'll talk about is, your endorsement posse, the people that are going to endorse your book, your launch partners or your relaunch partners if your book has been out for a couple of years. And how can you integrate yourself into a community of readers who are already looking to solve the problems that you're brilliant at solving and that maybe your book is instrumental in solving, but they simply don't know about you yet. So some visibility and credibility and shareability strategies that will help you expand the market for your book and find the readers that are hungry for the information that you're sharing.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I like the idea of understanding what change you want to make, and then flowing, everything else will flow from that. Because what happens, I think you're absolutely right, because what happens is then you know what audience to go after, right? So then you know what your price point should be. Then you know what your market is. Then you understand how to change yourself as a way to fit into the world.
Right.
Yeah, so that's wonderful. So give us one last quick tip, David, on, you've been very valuable with your time. We're looking forward to having you in Princeton at the BK Book Marketing Workshop. I think, what you're saying is absolutely right on. So share with us one tip that you think, I wish authors did this. I wish they did this better, more, whatever that might be. Share with us one tip before I let you go, and valuable your time, and what you're going to be doing, and also share with us what you're going to be doing at the workshop itself.
Sure. Well, I think one theme that we will talk about is how to recruit co-creators and collaborators. What can you do long before your next book comes out?
Yes.
To build relationships, genuine relationships, not just, oh, this person has a big list, or, oh, this person has 1 million followers on their YouTube channel. Let me connect with them in some superficial way. But I literally call this David's smart friends strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So neither one of my books would have had the success that they had if it weren't for my smart friends.
Mm-hmm.
So smart friends who were willing to endorse the book, smart friends who were willing to contribute content to the book. So both my books, both Do It Speaking and Do It Marketing, have little success strategy sidebars where I went to the smartest people I know in similar but adjacent areas of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I would love to tap into your wisdom. Could you give me 600 words on your favorite topic, on your expertise, that a marketer, in the case of Do It Marketing, or a speaker, in the case of Do It Speaking, would really benefit from? So now my book becomes our book.
Wow, I love it.
So the launch partners, the promotion, whose podcast I'm on, who I invite onto my podcast. I've got lifelong friendships that started 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago. For no selfish reason whatsoever. But now those friendships are helping me market this brand new book that just came out. I'm right in the middle of the launch right now. And so intentionally building a circle of your smart friends and what that looks like and how you can serve them and help them and be tremendous value to them long before you ever ask for that first favor.
Right. Act now. Act now before you need
to. Build your well before you're thirsty.
Yes. I love it.
So we're gonna dig into that strategy,
and
what that looks like, and some of the templates and tools and scripts and all kinds of great things where people can actually start to build their tribe of support and build their village, so to speak, because it truly does take a village, right? It takes the author, it takes the publisher, it takes the marketing team, it takes the sales team, but an author also needs a team. And surrounding yourself with smart friends is the best way to build your team.
Absolutely, because so often you feel alone when you're launching, when you're launching a new business, a new idea, a new, book. It feels like, oh my God, I'm the only one pushing this, boulder up the hill. But I think that speaks to the idea of the community, the BK community. So I'm looking forward to your session. I'm an author. I'm very much looking forward to your session. I want to thank you for your time. So just as a recap, David Newman is going to be one of our core keynote speakers at the Barrett Kohler Book Marketing Workshop in April in Princeton, New Jersey. Please come and see David and learn and understand how you can make your book better in the marketplace and also your brand, right? That's the whole point. So David, just before we go, tell us the name of your book that you just launched.
Well, thank you. So the name of the book is Do It Speaking, and it is 77 instant action strategies to market, monetize, and maximize your expertise. And that's written not only for speakers, it's also written for C-suite leaders who speak, sales professionals who speak, obviously authors, coaches, consultants, solo experts who speak. And it's all about borrowing plays from the playbook of a paid professional speaker to build your thought leadership platform, to serve as a one-to-many sales tool,
Yes.
and to be kind of the ultimate marketing strategy, is how to leverage speaking
Yes.
to live groups of your targeted prospects as the ultimate marketing strategy.
Excellent. Excellent. Great. David, thank you very much. We'll look forward to seeing you in Princeton, New Jersey.